everyone, welcome to the Captain Drone YouTube channel. My name is Steve and look what I have in my hand. This is the Eachine FW-190. This is a 400 millimeter wingspan plane. Very tiny, super tiny actually. I don't usually fly planes this small, but this is a small one. Now I just want to show you a size comparison between the little FW-190, which only has a 400 millimeter wingspan, compared to my E-flite Cherokee, which has a 1300 millimeter wingspan. So can you see a size difference? Probably not. Let me do this. Let me just do this. There we go. Let's place it on the wing. Now do you see a size difference? My plane came with 2 batteries, so I could do 2 batteries worth of flight, and each battery is supposed to get me about 15 minutes of flight time per battery. What's so great about it? Well, it's designed for beginners. It comes with a remote and batteries, everything you need in a box. Do you want to see what the box looks like? Well, this is what the box looks like. Inside that box, you get the plane and you get the remote and you get a ton of propellers. Wow, they give you a lot of propellers for this baby. So apparently with this remote here, you can get 200 meters of range. I'll put what that is in feet on the display. The remote does have a few cool modes, like there's a button you press for acrobatics. You can do flips or rolls, so barrel rolls or loops. I call them flips, but they're loops. You also have 3 flight modes. You have beginner mode, less beginner mode, and of course manual mode where there's no assistance. So in beginner mode, the plane pretty much flies itself. All you have to do is move the joystick, the right one. Don't worry about the left one too much, that's just your throttle. But you move that and you control the plane going left or right. So let me show you some trees here. I don't know if you can see it up there. The wind is blowing. This is very tiny. It's not designed to fly in the wind, but I'm going to fly it here in the wind today. And as you can see, everywhere is grass at the moment. So I'm just going to throw it. I'm going to hand toss it. Yeah, I'm just going to launch it. So let's fly this and see how it does. All right, made in flight, we're out at the field, and just like every video I make of RC planes, I take them right out of the box, assemble them and go fly. This one, when it comes out of the box, it's already pre-assembled. There's nothing you have to do except put on the wheels on the bottom if you wish. I'm gonna leave the wheels on here today because I'm gonna try to hand toss this, throw it, and then try to land on this green little tarmac. This is actually a cricket course, but I'll see if I can land on here. So to get going, make sure your left joystick is all the way down, then power on your radio. Eventually it's gonna make a beep. Oh, it made the beep. There we go. Probably couldn't hear that. Then flip your plane upside down. You have a little compartment that you open and a battery cable comes out. You want that battery cable to be sticking out because you're going to connect your included battery, 1-cell battery, to it. With my old man eyesight, I'm going to try to do this. Does the hat cam pick it up? There we go. Plug it in. All the little servos on the plane are going to start making noise. That's okay. Shove the battery inside as best you can. I have to be careful when I put this plane down because with the wind out here, it's just going to get blown over. Shove all the wires in, close the canopy as best you can, makes a click, and then plop it down on the ground. Plop. Now with your remote and your left joystick already down, you want to move that joystick to the top and then to the bottom. So watch. Now this is armed. So if I lift up this left joystick, we start flying. I don't want to fly yet. So for this flight, let me turn this way so the sun picks it up. Over here, it says expert mode, medium rates, and beginner mode. So expert mode is the switch farthest away from you, and beginner is closest to you. So let's go all the way up. There we are. We're in beginner mode now. So in beginner mode, you have stability. Oh, that wind isn't blowing. This is going to fly like really good or really bad. I've left a 2-bladed prop on. You can put a 3-bladed prop to get more thrust. I didn't bring the 3-bladed props with me, silly me, so I'm stuck with the 2-bladed prop. All right, made it in flight. I've got a camera over there and I have a camera over there, and I'm going to toss this into the wind. The wind is actually coming this way, so I'm going to toss it this way. Hopefully it flies, then bring it around and loop it and come around this way. Here we go. I got to shoot it into the wind. It is windy. Here we go. And toss. Whoa! It's like a kite. Okay, it's going with the wind now. I'll bring it back at me. It's like a kite. The wind is just taking it like a kite. I'll bring it at my head. But you can't control it. Look, I'm controlling it. Wow, into the sun. I am blind. Oh, still in the sun. Yeah, like equally blinded now, doubly blinded. All right. So it does fly as expected in beginner mode. I would not recommend beginners try this on a windy day like I'm doing. I've been flying planes for a couple of years now, so this is pretty simple for me to fly it in the wind. But if you're a beginner, no, the wind is going to take it away like a kite, especially when it goes with the wind. It's just going to go like stink. All right, let's bring it close to me again. Coming in close, 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 close. There we go, going by, zoom. All right, now let's do what I said I was going to do. I'm going to try to land it on with those little wheels on this little green tarmac. I call it a tarmac, but it is a cricket course. All right, so take it away out, bringing it back. slowing it down. I gotta pass one camera over here before I get to me. Coming down, coming down. I'm just reducing throttle. Oh my God, it's standing still in the air. It's standing still in the air. This is hilarious. All right, okay, I think I'm close enough now. Bringing it down. Look at this, I can grab it out of the air. Look at that right over there. That was so cool. I turned off all the throttle, it went down, but in the wind, it won't land. It keeps flying. All right, here we go. Second try, I'm gonna land it farther down the runway here. There we go. It's way down there. Come on, the wind is just blowing at my back. It just won't let it land. I'm reducing throttle, It's gotta come down, it's gotta come down. Right behind the other camera, but there we go. Well done, Steve. All right, so I'm pretty impressed with this. It does fly. It is super windy today. It's not recommended to fly a plane like this in this wind. So what I'm gonna do is, since I saw that it kept on flying in the wind, I'm gonna put a little camera on the nose, and then I'm gonna do some acrobats, flips and rolls. With that camera on the nose, I'm hoping it gives it weight and causes the nose to hold down a little bit more in the wind. So in other words, you're flying into the wind pushes it up. I want the nose to cause weight and hold it straight. We'll see if it works. There we go. That's an Insta360 camera, and you can see I'm showing the CG, the way I'm holding it, and the wingtips. So it seems pretty good. I've given it a little bit of nose weight, so I believe it's gonna fly okay. Could be totally wrong, but here we go. Here we go. If the nose weight is too much, she's just gonna crash into the ground. So here comes a little bit of wind. It's flying, baby, it's flying. Let's take it up so she doesn't crash on me. All right, a quick edit here. The video from the little camera did not work, so I'm out here to film it again. So I'm gonna overlay the filming from the camera that I do now over top of the video that I'm gonna show you so you can get some footage from the plane flying. Whoa, look at that. Oh, that is awesome. Look at this. So let me just bring it at me once. Okay, look at this, right into the wind with a camera on it. Whoa. That's so cool that this little thing can do that. All right, so let's see if I can do any flips or rolls. I gotta go way up for this so it doesn't crash. And then let's try a flip and a roll. Whoa, it did it. Let's try to do a loop. And there's a loop, whoa! I kept it up in the air. Coming at me, and down into the grass. I was so close to making it on the runway. So in case you're wondering, the 3D mode I just did, the two that I did there, was in beginner mode. So in beginner mode, when you're flying, you can press this button up here, boink, and after you press it, it makes a beep beep sound. You move this joystick over here on the right hand side, and you move it to the right, will give you a barrel roll, and if you move it down, it will give you a loop. Here we have some bonus footage. I placed the 3-bladed prop on the FW190 and took off from my parking lot in the wind. It did really well. Now I'd like to take this time to tell you about two cool features on the remote that I forgot to mention in the review. One is that if you fly too far or the batteries get low, your remote will beep. Second feature is if your plane lands and you can't find it, you can press a button on the remote and cause your plane to beep so you can find it. Now here you can see I'm making an attempt to land the plane on its wheels, and I do a pretty good job coming down. Nice. So it's getting much too windy to continue flying this, so I'm going to end this video here. I know it was very short, but I showed you all the basics you need to know. But let me tell you a few more things. It does say in the manual that you can hook up a DSM receiver to this. However, this comes fully assembled and there are no screw holes in the back, so it means you have to pry something out. I think it's this part here. You can see it's sort of cut out a little bit. I don't know if it shows up there, but there is a cutout on the bottom. You'd have to pry that out and you'd get at the circuit board, and then you'd hook your receiver in there, and then you can fly with your Spectrum radio. I think it's a lot of work for the price of this because this doesn't cost very much. It's a way under 250 grams. It's an awesome plane for flying, but just don't fly it on windy days. You can remove the landing gear if you wish and fly it without. And it does have the 3 flight modes on here. You have beginner, which I flew in, which was perfect for a windy day because this can react faster to the wind than I can. If I tried to fly this today in manual mode with the wind knocking it around all over the place, I wouldn't be able to control the surface areas fast enough. And speaking of surface areas on this, you do have ailerons, you do have rudder in the back, and you do have elevator. So I'm going to put links to this plane below. It is not very expensive. It's perfect for a Christmas gift for beginners, so go check it out. And if you have any questions on this plane, by all means post them below and I'll get back to you. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will catch you in a future video on a less windy day with more cool RC products. Until then, I say bye.